appears to be a Braille alphabet.
Nexus? What does that stand for?
I'm not sure it stood for anything. But I surmised that it had to do with Greg Call's secret base of operations. Now I had to ask around to see if anyone knew about it. You'll never guess who did.
You caught me at the last moment, Mr. Murphy. I was preparing to go abroad.
That sounds good. You know, I've heard Amsterdam is great.
Everything you've heard is true. I highly recommend it. Now, I think I can spare you a few moments before I leave. Your investigation has certainly got you into some obscure channels. Years ago, well after the government signed the UNGP treaty, Gideon Enterprises bought the rights to utilize dozens of abandoned government installations. Nexus was the code name for an underground military facility located in Washington State near Mount Shasta. I don't believe we ever used the location. Well, this photo concerns me, but I prefer not to discuss it if you don't mind. I'm afraid I haven't heard of it. I don't know who he is. Ah, now there's a name I haven't heard in ages. I hired Sam to work at Gideon some 15 years ago, and after a decade of fruitful labors, we parted amicably. And then sadly, we lost touch. Gregory was my right-hand man when I founded Gideon Enterprises, a brilliant programmer. Until recently, he headed a division of the corporation. I heard that Shimming fired him, undoubtedly removing the last traces of my influence. I wish I could be of more assistance. Well, these chess moves are curious and vaguely familiar. Or perhaps they were part of some fabled match I may have read about. I can't say for certain. No, I'm unfamiliar with the name. You remind me very much of myself when I was younger. I sincerely hope you'll keep in mind the things I've told you. In chess terminology, a poisoned pawn is the bait in a trap. Whoever is going by that name probably considers him or herself a sacrificial lamb, so to speak.
Knott's desk is unbelievable. You gave us just what we needed to break open Law and Order. Now, how can I help you? We are aware that Frank Shimming has a taste for young ladies. It's one way we've gotten inside his inner circle. You think Slade's working for Law and Order? If we can prove that, it might help us bring them down. Sure, I know Larry. He's a real piece of work. He's a mutant and lives out in Freetown. I run into him now and again, and he can be a good source of information. I don't know how you'll find him. He's kind of a renegade programmer, moves around a lot. Haven't heard of him. Carl is one of the leaders of the Mutant League. He's a good guy and someone that law and order wouldn't mind seeing out of the way. He's a hitman, one of the best and most dangerous. He's done jobs for corporations, governments, you name it. Interpol would really like to get their hands on him. Robert Knott is running for governor under the Law and Order party banner. I checked him out personally and couldn't find anything to hold against him. If he belonged to another party, I'd probably vote for him. I'll follow this up and see what I can find out.